stadium is mid-sized in terms of capacity. Its capacity for decibel level virtually unmatched. Like when Kenny Wheaton took back the pick. Legends like Mariota and LaMichael ran wild. Welcome to Eugene and Austin Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Ducks offense takes the field to start this game off. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
42 Spider. 4-2.
Use the play fake, now to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
This offensive line does such a good job communicating in the pass protection. You can see guys passing defenders off to one another, and that's why the quarterback had so much time to complete that throw deep downfield.
He wants to throw. They're trying to get to it. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The Ducks have taken it inside the 20. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? Decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Alson Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So the Washington Huskies offense will get the ball for the first time. One matchup to watch in this one is how well do the backers tackle in space, David?
Yeah, and you've got to have great linebackers to get this guy on the ground, and they've got it. So it's going to be an interesting matchup.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? Touchdown, Oregon! The defense takes matters into their own hands.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, too. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Well, that inside linebacker is a freak of nature for multiple reasons, and it's hard for a lot of these smaller running backs to have to pick him up in pass pro, not just because of his speed, but he's also big and strong.
Williams will pass. He's got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. They're bringing heat. He'll try to do it himself. Get the touchdown, get the first down, or just get down. And the quarterback does. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. On the return, it's Branch. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Oh, he wants it all. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! A great catch and run for 6. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now 1st down from the 37. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires into traffic, picked off. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chasing. A really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Looking down the middle. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
It's never easy on defense being in a sudden change situation like this. On the very first snap, they take a shot. You're backed up almost in your red zone. Great job forcing an incompletion now to catch your breath, get some momentum.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front. But they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw, using his feet to buy time. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30, it would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Throws toward the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns at 21 points. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Williams looking for a man. He makes the connection. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Little too much juice on that one from the junior. It has been a rocky ride through Big Ten play so far, and they're running out of time to turn it around.
Yeah, and sometimes the Big Ten will do that to you, right? It's a competitive conference. There's a lot of competitive environments that you have to step into, and they haven't been great this season, let's be honest. But, Jesse, I'm more interested to see how they finish off the last part of this season, because it's one thing to have expectations and to get down. It's another thing to quit.
Yeah, you just want to see how resilient they are too, David, because the coach, he's been saying the...
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off. He gets a positive gain.
It really shows you his skills on that last run, and I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the 2nd level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, and this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a 1st down.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Oregon!
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Nebraska was able to come away with the win, as they have so many times there in Lincoln, but not without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Gets it out quickly.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Branch. He's got great speed. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. Finds a crease at the 20. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a 1st down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Here's the handoff. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. After the run, now to throw. Fires and picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover 0. When I play cover 0, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Williams will pass. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Otten. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Huskies are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Little touch pass to the receiver. Bulls his way forward. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Looking to throw. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
And how about this play by the offense? First and goal from the 1-yard line. Everything says it's going to be a run. It's going to be a run. Nice job by the offense. A little sleight of hand, throwing the football, getting the touchdown.
And right down the middle.
28, Washington.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
This one away.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it.
And the gamble pays off, David. Not a lot of programs, not a lot of coaches want to go for it down deep in their own end like that, but they turn around to hand it off, and hey, they get the first down.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's analytics that say go for it, and there's spreadsheets that say go for it. It's becoming the norm, but, man, there's obviously a lot of risk, a lot of reward. But it doesn't matter because you got the first down, a new set of downs. Now go take this thing down the field and score.
Running back searching for a hole. Turns it on in midfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. No good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Williams looking for a man. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football in.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Power football with the run. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. Williams will pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Looking to throw for it. He's moving out of the pocket. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They'll throw it on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Otten. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The Huskies racing to the line in the hurry-up. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Had to get rid of it quickly. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance.
Lofts one high and deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Still on the 35-yard line, they'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Running back goes in motion. Williams looking for a man. Quarterback moving. Going to try to get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Washington wants to go quickly. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got it in stride at the 15. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Washington.
Number 12.
Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Leaves it with the running back. Nice move to keep moving. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that. It'll be second down. They'll operate out of split backs. And back to the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip. And they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This feels like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, it's a sense of urgency right now has got to be high for this offense. Trailing the way they are here, David, they've got to be able to put something together, score some points, and build confidence.
Yeah, it's not panic time, but you do want to build that confidence and find something that you can do well to start to build on. I think this offense is starting to figure themselves out a little bit.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
He'll do it himself. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Looking for a crease. It's Washington. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. Snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Looking for a block. It's Branch. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together.
will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. To the air on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
On second down, looking to throw. Sends it downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
That's a great job by the DB playing the ball in the air. You see it all the time. DBs kind of get turned around. The wide receiver goes up and makes a catch. No serve. DB, great position, knocks the ball down for an incompletion.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth down.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after...
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Caught in the backfield, it's Boston. Stopped after making the catch.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't come. Off he goes! The 20! And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Williams will pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Just drives it between the uprights. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. The Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll ride the hot hand.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
To the ground with the back.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll go to the toss. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Give to the big fullback. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And the fullback breaks off a nice gainer there. No such thing as just 3 yards in a cloud of dust with this guy. He can make people miss and get you a play.
Now on 2nd down, they want to keep moving forward and keep that clock churning. Now they're going to throw it. Buys a little time. Fires on the move. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He was really beating himself up over that interception and that loss last week. I know he's thrown a pick in this one, but he's looked much more certain.
And what you ask quarterbacks to do nowadays and how much you put on their plate, one mistake is okay. Those usually aren't the ones that are going to kill you. So one mistake, back-to-back weeks, that's fine. You just can't make multiple. But the team's winning this week, which is the most important stat that he cares about.
Dances away to buy time. It's incomplete and nearly intercepted in the end zone. You get the ball that close, you cannot put it in harm's way.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Takes it inside his 30, and he's headed the other way. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, it's...
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Williams looking for a man. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when you're internal clogging.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. The back goes in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He'll fire to his right. Touchdown, Oregon! And the stomping has commenced. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. The Ducks in history.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.